Had a great weekend. Mine was chill, mine was relaxing. So, today's stream, Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna go through the post-main story. The last one, we finished the main story for Endwalker, which was fantastic, by the way. I really did love it. So now we're gonna go through the post-story content. And if you're wondering about the music in the background, well, I'll show you. So since the last stream, I have been playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot, actually. Been leveling up other classes and doing other shit as well, but not only that, but we got the whole island thing going here. Look at this. There's Rose's cabin and everything. And yeah, the whole music thing comes from this, the orchestrion. Where is it? I chose this one. It's from the Nier content. And there's a bunch more from that too. Like this one as well. Before you fully get started with this post-story stuff, I'll give you a little show around here. This is a workshop. There we go. Get around on the island here. Here we got a little animal ranch here. I know there's a lot here, but a lot of these are actually like my little minions. Right here, minions. The actual animals I did catch were the Opo here, the Coblin right here. Where's the other ones? The Apkalu, and where's the other one? Hang on. Oh, right here, Ground Squirrel. Those four were the ones I actually caught. Crops growing and everything. Got a huge tower fort over there. And then there's another portion over here that just recently got expanded. Another... what is this, a workshop? Another workshop. And then a bathhouse. Yeah, but the whole island sanctuary thing, I think I like it. Hey, Flops. What's up? Zeta. Welcome to the stream. Just showing around Rose's little island here. First Stardew stream day? Oh, did you know? Nice. I remember when I first did my stream. When I did a first stream. I had 2 people coming. Nice. That's pretty good. It's a start. You can't always expect like tons of people coming in. No, I also took the liberty of giving Rose here a casual outfit for her little island. Don't know what this game is all about. Is that all? But I'll try to stick around. It's an MMORPG game. It has a lot in it. Story content, dungeons, raiding, some PvP. It's a lot of stuff. I don't do everything in this game, but I do as much as I feel like doing. They have this feature called Island Sanctuary, which is what this is, it's pretty much like Stardew. Just showing it around. And here's my character right here. Her name is Rose. Just like my child in Stardew. After all, I created her, so in a sense, she's my daughter. Alrighty. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, that's why I named my kid in Stardew Rose. It's lore. Stardew is her backstory. That's why in one of my Stardew stream, oh, that's why in one of my Stardew streams in the description I said that I get a farm, but Rose gets an island. This is that island. But enough about that. Let's go move on with the story here. She upgraded from Stardew Toddler to this. She's an adventurer, so she left the home farm to do some adventuring. And now she's a hero amongst in all of the land. All right, let's have her. Okay, she's gonna change out of her casual outfit. There we go. There she is. That's her usual. There we go. Where's the main store again? Oh, it's inside the thing. Let's see what adventures await this time. Obviously, it's going to lead into the next expansion. Tataru is putting on a pot of tea and looks in need of company. Rose, how lovely to see you. If you're not in too much of a rush, I was about to make a pot of tea. Would you like a cup? Take a seat then, and I'll find us something to nibble on as well. Cutscene. Ooh. Cookies, muffins, donuts, macarons. Where's a macaroon?
It's so much quieter these days without everyone around. Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have my sources, and I know that each and every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors. Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it. What about you? Any plans for the immediate future?
A grand new adventure, of course. Still mulling over it. She seeks the thrill out of adventure, so but she also does have her island.
Traveling to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough? Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you. You've fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our star from unimaginable threats. For your deeds, you've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those titles aside for a while? Acquit yourself as a simple adventurer again and travel the world in search of wonder.
You're right, who knows what mysteries are still waiting to be discovered. That's a great idea. Well, where to start?
Oh, with so many exciting places to choose from, it's hard to narrow it down. But I believe I have the perfect destination in mind.
Oh?
Favner. That's where you should go next.
Fafner, eh?
I doubt you were able to squeeze in a proper tour of Radzat the last time you were there.
True.
What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see you. Then there's the bounty itself. The Empire's presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that sea, now's your chance. Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty? As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh, I know that look. That's an adventurer ready to take on the world. In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes, but it's still a work in progress. Shouldn't take much longer now though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before you can finish another cup of tea.
You're the best, Totaro. Oh. Oh, she's working on it now?
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care. Just a little more to go. I'm sure you're still brimming with excitement.
I thought it was an outfit.
I'm one with the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims. Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
I wonder what the outfit looks like.
Oh, we mustn't forget the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
She's really taking her time. Oh? What's going on here? This took a turn.
Unless I am returned.
Newfound adventure. Curious and excited. Oh,
Ah, you're awake. My apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing. You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand saga? Either way, I promise to provide you with new apparel, and so I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Thus I am returned. Do. Yeah, the entire place is empty on the inside. Everyone's gone off to do their own thing. Nice. I want this mount. Alrighty. Observe as the artiste refines her piece into a masterpiece. And no napping this time. I only need a moment. You'll see. That's what you said last time, though. A little more room in the shoulders. Open up the cuffs. A final adjustment to the hem. This better be nice. All done. Let's see how it looks on the mannequin. Oh! It's very adventure attire, yeah. Well, what do you think? Doesn't it just scream ready for a bold new adventure? Yeah, I like it. Rose seems to like it too. I'm so glad you approve. So, what do I owe you? Oh, don't be silly. Your approval is payment enough. If you really want to thank me, though, all I ask is that you wear this on your travels. Or at least anywhere lots of adventurers might gather. They'll look at you, a famous hero, and wonder, wherever did she purchase those stylish yet practical garments? And before you know it, hordes of new customers will be climbing over each other to place orders at Tataru Taro's boutique. Mwahaha. I can hear it now. The merry clink clink of gil overflowing from my coffers. Sweet music to my ears. Ooh. Ooh, even necklace and earrings. Wow. Cool. Ahem. Burgeoning merchant empires aside, you must be excited to start a fresh chapter of your life. New places to go, new people to meet. I often wonder how you remember all your experiences and exploits without taking at least a few notes. Oh, maybe you should start doing just that. You never know when some odd past detail might become relevant, or if one day you'll take a blow to the head and forget the better part of the past decade. Something to keep in mind in any case. Collection expanded the unending codex. Oh! Yeah, this is new. A nice little, like, recap on stuff. The final days. Prominent terms and characters will be added as you progress. Okay. 0 slots. Uh-oh. Oh no. Hang on, I gotta sort out the... I gotta sort this out. Sell. Okay, there's really not enough room in inventory. Oh no. Hang on. Quick intermission, wait. Gotta sort out the inventory. There's just so many things. There's just way too many things. Let's get rid of some stuff. If I can, if there is anything to get rid of. Okay. The reason why I'm keeping all of this stuff is for my other low-level classes to equip when I get to leveling them up. At some point. And then for this other gear, I'll chuck it into the glamour dresser. Oh, not this. Here, let's throw that in there. Throw that in there. Necklace. Let's see. Guillotine. That's still. I should sell that. Let's see. Wayfarers, put that away. Is that all the Wayfarer stuff? Oh, earrings. Wayfarer's earring. And now that should be everything. Alrighty, let's get back to the task at hand. Back to this. Whoosh. Alrighty. Good old Argos. Q. Alrighty. Tara has some advice to share with you. Bountiful Ruins. As the, former receptionist and sometimes intelligence gatherer of the Scions, allow me to offer you a word of advice. Do not expect juicy rumors to simply fall into your lap. Adventurers rely on gossip, and the best places to pick up information are taverns and markets. At present, you only have a broad destination in mind. When you arrive in Thavnair, I suggest you explore your options at Maraid's Mehain, the finest drinking establishment in Radzatan. Charm the employees, and they'll not only point you in the direction of local tale tellers, but also share with you the tricks for loosening their tongues. Now I really must be getting back to running my boutique. Enjoy the journey, Rose, and may fair fortune find you. Time to go. Radzatan. Right, there's more quests. There's a lot of quests here. This bit? I love your outfit. Nalil. Welcome to Maraid's Mehain. Oh, hello. I did not recognize you at first. Are you here alone? Let me find you a table. Ruins beneath the bounty? Would you be speaking of the sunken treasure vault? We have one regular historian, in fact, who could tell you all about it. Is he here? Ah, there he is. Professor Jalheen. I thought I saw him coming. Although a somewhat private sort, the professor is quick to befriend those who share his fondness for the Mehain's unique beverages. Offer him any drink from our selection, and he should happily share everything he knows about the vault you seek, and a few other odd bits besides. Whatever you buy from him is on the house, by the way. Buy for him. If Maraid found out I took coin from Thavnair's savior, she would have me scrubbing pots for a week. Fair. Yo. Yes. Cannot be skipped. No problem. And what may I do for you, my Eorzean friend? Oh, just a friendly chat. How about a drink? Well, I certainly wouldn't say no to a drink, freely offered. Here we are, one of my ride's finest. Enjoy. Ah, lovely. Bottoms up. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Zeraphym empties the cup in a single pull. That was very kind of you, miss, but I know when I'm being softened up. What is it that you want from me? Oh ho, chasing down that old tale, are you? It does seem to appeal to the adventurous at heart. Now, where to begin? Might I assume you've heard of Alzadal? He was Khan of the Auri tribe which sailed to Thavnir from the mainland and a key figure in the history of Radzatan. His decision to aid the Arkasodara is what ultimately won them the war against the Gajasura, thus allowing our predecessors to lay the foundation for this thriving city-state. The truly fascinating stories, however, concern his grandson Alzadal III, who is known for his deeds as satrap in Radz-at-Han's earlier days. Some attest that this man traveled to another world entirely and returned with glittering riches. Others that he brokered an alliance with a certain worm of the first brood. Then there is the tale of the sunken vault, the one you seem most curious about. According to this legend, Alzadal III claimed a small island somewhere in the middle of the bounty. There he built a structure reaching clear to the bottom of the sea, a deep and secret storehouse, and locked all his worldly wealth within. In the centuries since, whenever a natural disaster or hardship befell Radzatan, folk would remember that tale of hidden treasure. Hardy souls would set out to claim their fortune, but precious few ever made it home. Would you like to hear more? Apologies, I have a slight tickle and... Oh, a cup appears to be empty. Malil, another round for the professor. Ah, I see we've reached an understanding. You're a sharp one, adventurer. Of course. Another for the professor. Oh ho ho ho! Today was a splendid day to visit the Mahane. Gulp. Katonk. Zeraphym gulps down his newest drink with gusto. Where were we? Ah, yes. Those who did return from seeking the treasure vault refused, flatly refused to speak of what they saw. Did this discourage others? Nay, quite the opposite. Such accounts only served to feed the legend, and the golden lure grew stronger than ever before. It reminds me of something Azama was saying. Azama's a fellow connoisseur of spirituous potables. Yes, he is. Anyway, he was saying that one of his acquaintances went after the treasure himself. Hasn't been seen since he set sail, I hear, but he did have... no. I can say no more. You seem a generous sort. What kind of man would I be to encourage what is clearly a foolhardy quest? If my words sent you to your death, I could never live with myself. I'm no stranger. She's no stranger to peril. She's traveled to the edge of the universe to save the world. She can handle it. Going down to the sunken vault all on her own? That's child's play. That's no problem for her. Is that so? Perhaps it's your turn to tell a tale then. What manner of dangers have you faced? The very edge of existence? From anyone else, I'd struggle to believe it, but I recognize you now. You're the hero of the final days. A drink. I need another drink to settle my nerves. Malil, more of the same if you please. As you wish, but this one is on your coin, Professor. Gulp. Gulp. Drains yet another cup dry. This guy had 3 full cups. Either that's some really strong alcohol or he's a major lightweight. Anyway, you being who you are, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to share a little more. This friend of Azuma's, he was desperate to buy a treasure map. One which showed the way to the entrance of the vault. Seems he could only get it from some merchant. What's his name? I forget. Let's drink a toast to you, my new best friend. Leo, more drinks. Signal for water instead. Look at the wink. Your drink, sir. Oh, marvelous. I'm parched. That's the most voice acting you'll get from me. Gulps down the cup of water. That was water. Did you tell her to bring me water? Still, that's probably for the best. Very kind of you, really. My head will certainly thank you in the morning. Ugh, I seem to have overindulged. I am put in mind of the words of Master Jalzan. Be wary how much of the drink you swallow, lest it swallows you. Lest it swallow you. Forgive me. I will subject you to no more of these unseemly antics. If you want to speak with Azuma, well, as I said, we share a taste for the Mahane's fine spirits. He probably came in as we were talking. I wish you fortune in finding your fortune. You appear to have learned all that Jalheen has to share regarding the undersea vault. To find out more, you need to locate a man by the name of Azama. Azama. Oh, I wonder where he is. You couldn't possibly be Azama, could you? Yes, I am Azama, and who might you be? All true, I'm afraid. My friend took a ship out in search of Al-Zadal's legacy, and I've been watching for his sails ever since. I tried to dissuade him, of course, but he refused to listen. All he could talk about was finding that vault. And that look in his eyes? I knew it wasn't common gold or jewels he lusted after. He was hunting Al-Zadal III's otherworldly hoard, and his ambition would not be denied. I see it in you too, that appetite for the mysterious and the unknown. But I'll not attempt to turn you from your path. I know too well the futility of that endeavor. So I will tell you what my friend told me. How he convinced a merchant in the bazaar to give him the rough location of the vault's entrance. It seems this merchant, one Zashal I believe, is selling a map which shows the exact route, but my friend's purse was too light for its exorbitant price. With what meager wealth he had, he instead paid to learn that there are ruins on a small island somewhere in the bounty, and within those ruins hides the path to the vault deep below. If you truly intend on seeking Al-Zadal's treasure, I suggest you put your affairs in order. I wish things were different, but I do not believe my friend is ever coming home. I just know that what starts off as a little treasure hunt becomes much more, will end up becoming much more serious and problematic.
Please, Zashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
What's all this about?
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. Can you spare us no kindness?
So you want to get the treasure map to get the treasure in order to support yourself and your baby sister. Bold, or dangerous, but bold.
So, you hope to find your fortune? And what? You expect me to surrender my wares for pity's sake? What have you to offer in payment? As I thought, Come back when you've more than rags to your name. This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal III, one of the great satraps of Radzat Han, and a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
A map to Alzadal's legacy?
So he says. A fake, I'd wager.
Mm-hmm.
This is no fake. The parchment is marked with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession.
If I was in the crowd, I'd shout, "Prove it! Open the map! Show us!"
A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble in the aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
I find that hard to believe. Bet this guy's just trying to
This
get some
map is
coin.
the key to fabulous riches, and I'll be the king of fools to simply give it away.
I think this guy's just trying to get some coin.
Be glad I am no such king boy. Your scrawny-eyed had never return with that treasure alive.
I think this guy's nothing more than a con artist.
Oh, cruel fate! Why must you tempt me with wealth I am powerless to claim? How I shall envy the one who purchases that precious map! Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hoards they stand to uncover.
Wait, now I'm thinking that these two are cahoots. Now I'm starting to think that these two are working together just to scam people. Estinian? Oh boy.
What of you, sir? Fighting man of your stature would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
A fortune, you say?
If I had but the strength to seize that treasure, my starving sister would never want for food.
I'll take it. Will this cover the price?
Ooh. Oh wow. Oh, it's just that easy.
Well met, my friend. Someone is dressed for adventure.
She's been dressed like that since the beginning.
Why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
I'm sure there'll be more outfits in the future for to
Ruins beneath the
wear
bounty.
and try on.
Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
It's just there's no outfit similar to what she's wearing, at least with the
With that sale, I do
torso
believe I'll have
armor.
the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
You needn't mind us.
And now I've fleeced one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Oh,
This map may or may not be genuine. Either way, we'll need a ship to find out for sure.
nice. Estinian's coming. You seem eager to be underway.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
Good man. Good man yourself.
Come now. You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits. Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
I thought so then. I was right.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims. Transparent act for the most part. It was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
Okay.
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pockets, then I will consider it money well spent. Whether the map leads us to the vault or not.
But do you think that'll go to the kid, though?
You are coming along, yes?
Hell yeah. Naturally. Oh yeah. She's not one to refuse.
Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
That's nice. She's not going on her own. At least someone from the Scions will be with her. We'll tag along. Estinian has been added to the Unending Codex. You will recall I spoke of visiting Thavnir at Vitra's request. Well, he finally invited me to a feast, and made his proposal once I was too full of Hannish delights to refuse. He wishes me to train the Radiant Host in lance work. But that is a tale for another time. What we need now is a merchant or a trawler with a ship fit for the open seas. Matsia is a fisherman by trade, yes? We should head to Akyali and see if he can help us. Alright, let's go. Everything's all back to normal now. That's nice to see. Doom, 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 doom. You know, I was taking a look at the online store for this game, and I saw this one mount called the Shadow Wolf, and it looked so goddamn cool. And now I'm tempted to just want to get that. Hey, I mean, I really love this game, so like, I don't mind. My friends, what brings you to our humble village? Good old Matsia. I sure remember that cutscene with Matsia taking the baby to safety. And then when they started falling into despair, ooh. That started to hurt my heart a little. So you need a seaworthy vessel to seek these ruins? Considering it was your deeds which allowed us to return to fishing, I should think everyone would be glad for a chance to repay the favor. Wait here, and I will have a boat stocked and ready for you in no time at all. Good man, Matsia. Have you noticed our little shadow? He's been following us since we left the city. We see you there, boy. Show yourself. Ah, it is you. Do you know how far out of our way we walked so that you'd not cross paths with some wild beast? I'm sorry, sir, but aren't you the heroes who saved Thavnir? You are. I know you are. And I've gone and cheated you. I work with Zashal, you see, the map merchant. It's my job to play the pleading orphan and convince the crowd his wares are worth the price he asks. I'm ashamed of what I've done, and I beg for your forgiveness. If not for you, my sister and I would never have... Well, we'd be... Enough. I knew your game, and I paid the price willingly. A fortunate purchase, as it turns out, for my friend here was seeking those very ruins. You are kind to overlook the wrong I have done you, but there is more you need to know. The map you bought is very real, as is the island it shows. I overheard Zashal selling the information to another customer. He told that man where he needed to search, about the ruins, about the vault, everything. Hello there, how's the game? Hello, Gregorius. I've been enjoying it. I recently finished the main story for Endwalker, and I enjoyed it. So I'm going through post-main right now. Then the man sailed out to find his fortune, never to return. You cannot go alone to that place. You should have more friends with you, maybe even a whole army. I do not doubt the ruins hold danger, but I assure you, between the two of us there is little we cannot overcome. Please, I cannot bear the thought of... Psst. Now you've gone and made him cry. We might need a hand moving treasure. We could invite our comrades. That we could. And assuming we do find this treasure hoard, it may prove wise to have more hands along for the carrying. Any ideas of whom to approach? The Scions have scattered far and wide since our last gathering. Well, Alfino and Alice are busy in Garlemald. Graha and Kral are busy in Shalian. Ishtola, I believe she said she was doing more studying on stuff. Thancred and Urianger are kind of just wandering around. So Thancred and Urianger would be good. Ishtola would be good as well. Let's go Thancred and Urianger. I think they are the most likely. Thancred and Urianger, eh? Those two would answer our call, certainly, but they left the Rising Stones with a definite task in mind, and I am loath to interrupt their self-appointed mission. Oh, really? I don't remember. Oh, they said they were gonna visit Thavnir or something? And then do something else. I guess it's Ishtola then? Ishtola. Her magics would be a welcome addition, aye, but I am loath to interrupt her research. Mayhap we could ask a less prickly companion. Alfino and Alice are still busy with Garlemald, so Graha, Tia, and Kyle. Aye, Kyle may have her hands full rebuilding the students, but if you reach out to Graha, he would surely leap at the invitation. Will that set your mind at ease? Yes, if that man is as strong as you. Is he, though? Strong, I mean? Of course. What is your name, boy? Murad, sir. Well, Murad, if your life is yours to live as you will, but I suggest you find a more honest trade if you truly wish to keep your sister safe. I'm not proud of what I do, but what choice do I have? We need to eat, and everyone's too busy rebuilding their own lives to bother with two grubby orphans. Wait, boy. Are you Kratos now all of a sudden, Asinian? I didn't take this roundabout road just to see you end up in some creature's belly. Let me walk you back to the city gates. Thank you, sir. Call me Estinian. Sure, I guess, yeah, never mind. I guess Graha makes sense to come along too. But still, Alice and Alfina are busy at Garlemald. I shall leave you to recruit Graha. You will appreciate the invitation that much more, I'm sure. Oh, you know what? No, Graha makes absolute 100% sense. Rose did make that promise with him. As I recall, he was based at the Annex, so on there I'll be able to point you in the right direction. Let's be off too, Murad. Do me a favor and don't stray from the path. See, at some point we're all gonna gather, the gang is all gonna gather back up together for this, you know? I feel like it's just gonna happen one at a time. Annex. God, there's so many different quests here. I'll get to those when I do. Oh, look who it is. Welcome back, Rose. What might the students do for you? Is Graha around? Graha? Yes, he's in the main hall with Mistress Trial. We've been holed up in there for days. By all means, go and give them an excuse to take a break. We go in there, we just see them passed out on the ground from exhaustion.
Ah, Urgika, my good man. Would you be so kind as to...
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise?
I wish you had sent word ahead. I thought I was having visions for a moment there.
Now, is the restoration on the students coming along?
Slow and steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the students' activities. We located several accounts in the archives of Numenon and added them to the collection we recovered from the Isle of Vow.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far, sorting this pile will keep us occupied for days to come. But what brings you to the Annex, my friend? Surely you haven't come all this way just to watch us shuffle dusty papers around?
An adventure awaits. A new adventure awaits.
The treasure vault of Alzadal III.
And you're looking for companions to join you on this expedition. I would dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which I had hoped to ask for your assistance. Then again, it's not so urgent that it can't wait until you've returned. You should go, Raha. I'll stay here and mind the shop, as it were.
Are you sure? I'd hate to leave you short-handed.
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many moons have passed.
Well, I guess we're off on another adventure already. Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Everyone else is too busy.
Then might I suggest we invite your Stola?
But it's Stinian. Okay.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Gooble Library, hoping to piece together a method to traverse the rift. It would seem, however, that whatever wisdom she sought there was not to be found. She arrived in Sharlayan the other day. We spoke briefly before she began her search of Numenon. Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say.
Okay then.
Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go. I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger. He sent the students a request for materials, you see. Treatises on the architecture of treasure vaults and the like.
What a coincidence.
From what I can gather, the Loporrits are looking to make improvements to their own creation and wish to learn more about how we build things down here. So, why not take Urianger with you? Let him study Alzadal's legacy firsthand.
None can deny the benefit of seeing something with your own eyes. If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Alrighty then.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help with that other matter I mentioned.
Right. Then it's off to the library.
That's like the most energy I've heard from Graha in the longest time. And it's just as much of an adventure as anyone else. Alrighty. To Ishtola. Dang, that's kind of far. Sprint. Putting where he's still chilling. Hey Z. My god. It wasn't Graha or Cryo that was passed out, but instead it was Ishtola.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Oh.
Close my eyes for one moment. How long have you two been here?
We didn't want to wake you.
Nor did I want to fall asleep. I must have been studying for 2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally claimed me.
Oh, right onto her head. Yep.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library. So I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it. So I promised Runar, but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
You needn't be so hard on yourself. The leap I made with the Crystal Tower was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
Oh, you think me discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Indeed. Was there something else you wished to ask of me?
Join them on a new adventure.
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family. But this is the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished. An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries, as if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Achiali, by ship. But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Thalmazane last we heard.
Then by all means, let us recruit him, and be on our way.
Alrighty. That's like half of the original group coming along. Just about. Mamet has to do all that work. Ishila has been added to the Unending Codex. Highland has been added to the Codex. Reflections have been added to the Codex. Crystal Tower has been added to the Codex. Alrighty. Thalmazane. Oh yeah, and before I forget, tonight will be like maintenance for the game. Right now it's 8:04 p.m. but maintenance will happen at 11 p.m. So obviously I'm going to be ending stream before then. Thalmazane. Cannot fly any further. Alrighty.
Our illustrious champion. Cloaked in the mantle of the common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure.
Again, she's just wearing the same usual stuff she's always been wearing.
I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
Chocobo can fly? Yep. Any of the mounts you get in this game can fly. Wasn't the Thancred with it?
He left to attend to some personal errand, but should be returning ere long.
You've been keeping yourself busy, I trust?
True to our plan, Thancred and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies.
Even stuff in this game that you wouldn't, that normally wouldn't fly, like a chair, can fly. If it's a mount, then yeah, it can fly.
As you may recall, the Loporrits had been seeking new purpose for the moon, Another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum hath been working to advise them in this endeavor, but I return to offer mine own counsel.
And this has what to do with treasure vaults, exactly?
Ah, you have learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle.
So the huge turtle that you own can fly to. Yep.
I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperites now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
I can show you in a bit.
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and mystery, do they hope to entice all manner of daring delvers to the moon? So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
A new adventure awaits.
Fascinating. This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation.
Landing right at you. Has a very funny flying animation too. That's why I use it.
How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
Yeah, everyone else has their hands full with stuff.
I agree. Between us, we should have the skills to handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
Well, what about Thancred?
What, no time
Yeah,
to
there
spare
you
a
go.
word for the grizzled old bard?
Speaking of which,
All is well, I trust?
A wasted trip, I'm afraid. I'd hoped to catch up with a former mentor while you parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
how was your pilgrimage?
Having an astrologian beside you on the road is surprisingly convenient. And it doesn't hurt that he's making strides with his light-hearted banter. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat binding them together. That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
New adventure.
Beneath the waters of the Bounty, you say? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Nay, 'tis not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loperites.
Ah, of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
Feeling left out? I could put in a good word for you, if you like.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours, will I? In all seriousness, 'tis best I sit this one out.
Oh,
Too many former scions consorting with one another might be seen as a cause for concern in certain quarters.
true. Fair enough.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out the situation in the Far East. Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
Alrighty then.
Till we meet again.
We meet again.
Shall we also hasten our departure? Sir Estinian will wonder what hath become of us.
Let us go. Alright, we'll travel here. So if you wanted to see the turtle here it is. And then the flying. The main reason why I like having it. It's just so silly. And I love silly. Alrighty. I send you to recruit Graha and you return with an entire survey party. I hope Matsuya's boat is sturdy enough to carry us all. What do you mean, sis? We are grateful for the use of one of your precious fishing vessels. It is so funny, yeah. That's why I love having it. We are more than glad for the chance to provide it. I ask only that you take care to steer clear of the reefs and the shallows there. Aye, we will keep an eye out. Ooh. Saikon salad. Ooh. Baked alien soup? I'll take that. Al-Zadal's Legacy. New adventure. Excited. Al-Zadal III. I confess I am somewhat embarrassed that the tale of his journey to another world escaped my notice. Could it be more than simple folklore? And what of the treasure he supposedly brought back? This undersea vault may hold relics from another reflection. The music. My friends, we should temper our expectations. The map doth promise ruins, but beyond that we know not what we will find. Not until we find it, aye. So let us dispense with the conjecture and set sail for the vault. Nod. Baked alien soup sound like what I make when I'm trying to make chicken soup. You should just call it that from now on. See, you gonna make some chicken soup? Yeah, I'll make some alien soup. What? What's alien soup? Chicken soup. Then why not call it chicken soup? Because it looks like it looks nothing like a chicken. It looks nothing like chicken soup. Ooh. Whoops, wrong button. So this is just complete level 90. Average level 560. How am I supposed to get the other? I can't get the 560. Oh. Where do I get better earrings? It's alien soup from now on. Oh no. How do I get the where do I get the thing on? I level 560. How do I get there? Where can I get you by the tombstone Gerazatan? Oh, it's at Razatan. That's where the high level gear is. Okay. We're gonna do some like shopping here for Rose. She's not at a strong enough item level. She's like 7 points too low. Where do you go to buy this stuff? Surely it's over here, right? Appraiser, no. Script, no. Splendors. So it's on the other side then. She needs stronger gear. Oh. Okay, I want to get up there. Let me get this. Alrighty, there we go. Where's the shop? Token exchange? Is it? Oh, here we go. Gear exchange. Homestone exchange. That's better. Homestone's like. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh no. She doesn't have enough causality stuff. Ugh. You have to get causality stuff instead of I can't trade with poetics. You can't trade with poetics. That's kind of annoying. Man, that's kind of rough. So obviously, yeah. There's just not enough causalities. That's a bit troublesome. Might have to go to the market board then to buy stuff. Is there one here? Hunting board. Is there no market board here? Oh shit. That's a pain. Okay. Sundry. No, that's not gonna work. Well, we're gonna have to go to a different place. Hang on. Since I don't have the right tombstones. Really complicated with all those things? It's not as complicated as it looks. Don't worry. It looks complicated, but I promise you it's really not. Oh, this one's 640. Ooh. 560. How much is this? So expensive. We can at least buy the weapon. Unable to make purchase. Why? Why no purchase? There we go. Eh. There we go. So what's her item level now? Okay, 566. That's good. That's good enough. 566. That's good enough. Just the one weapon. Just the one weapon. All right. All right. I really thought we could use our poetics. See, I really thought I could use these to trade in for the items, but I can't. I have to use these green ones instead. See? You can also fly with a snowman. His sword is on fire. It looks like it's on fire. Wait, is it on fire? I actually never really looked at it super closely. Hang on. It kind of is on fire, yeah. But I mainly picked this weapon for her. This look, the appearance, because of the butterflies. Plus, she has a little butterfly minion here, so it just makes sense. It's just an appearance thing I gave her. Alrighty. Let's go do this with NPCs, because that's more fun. That's more enjoyable. Yeah, let's go with this. New dungeon. Oh. The mounts in this game is 100 and out of 10. Yeah, they have a lot of cool, really cool mounts. There's this one mount in the online store that I recently just saw. It's like a giant black wolf, and I really want that. I can only play this game to obtain all the mounts. There's a lot. There's a lot of mounts. Like I only have like how many do I have? I have 36. I only have 36. There's a lot more than just 36. Okay, let's do this. Oh, how's it that was a line quarter? I don't know how tough this will actually be, because my item level isn't like exactly the highest. Urianger, that's the wrong card to be giving me. Zoom. Zoom. But yeah, the wolf mount I was talking about, it's only available in the online store, and it looks really cool. And you know, I'm so tempted to want to get it. Okay. Alright, let's move on. What the hell? Huh. Okay. With all the sword spinning. Spin to win, as they say. It's the only other AoE she can do in this game. Okay, yeah. Seriously need better gear. Once there's enough tomestones of causality, then Rose will buy some new stuff. Hopefully, oh, I didn't get a good look at the gear too. I want to know what looks really good and what looks really ass. Because the true end game is the fashion. That's the real end game. Not everyone plays League, well luckily you do. I used to, I don't play it very often. I think the last time I played it was a few months ago, and that's only ever with friends. Like before, back in like junior high or high school, I used to play League quite a bit, but I later on quit the game because I just did not like a lot of the players and their behaviors. Like a lot of people in that game are very, very rude. That's why I quit the game, because I didn't want to deal with rude people all the time. And then when I played a few months ago, it was only because I was playing with friends. Like I stopped playing like Summoner's Rift, and I would only ever play Aram The one that gives you a random champion. Because that's more fun.
Make ready.
But it still doesn't change the fact that people on the game are really, really just terrible people. That's why I like this game a lot more.
Hold still.
Because a lot of the players in this game that I meet and encounter and stuff, they're really nice and actually helpful. Other people from League of Legends would just insult you, say terrible things. I only play Aram nowadays too. Yeah, Aram's just a lot more fun. Still doesn't change that there are players out there that are just really rude, but it is a lot more fun to go through. If you are curious, my favorite champion in League of Legends is Jinx. I like her because she's crazy. Big wave, eh? Ouch. Let's go big. Oh? Oh. Follow them. Interesting. There we go.
Something special for you.
Tentacle dig again.
I will not hold back.
How do you follow along with this? Oh! Oh no! Perhaps I just didn't catch it, but I'm not sure how to predict where those will end up. Okay. Whoops. Maybe you want to play this game, but the potato don't want to. It's actually not that bad. Because my computer, I always thought my computer was terrible, you know? It's not that bad. And there is and if you are curious as to how well your computer can run this game, you can try out the free trial. There is a free trial available for this game. You can try it. How are you supposed to predict where that's gonna go? I guess you gotta follow the ripples. Okay. Already? Gotta go from behind. Phew. Oh yeah, I forget that this skill exists. There we go. I'm just so used to not using that in my, not using Iki Shota in my rotation. I always forget about it. Alrighty. Scourging. Oh, salt encrusted teleporter. Bears you deep beneath the waves. Arapago remnants. Oh. Glyph of passage detected, confirming bearer's identity. Whoa. Rose looks like a demon slayer. She's so cool, right? Alright, back to spinning the sword now. Spinning around.
Hold still.
That's what I'm trying to say. Slaying. That's new. Nice. Oh. Brazen Thief. You will proceed no further. Rampart. Oh, it's gonna bring in... Okay. Oh dear. Raha, you wanna... Okay. Ja, ja. Okay, we gotta get rid of the big boy here. Really stop them from spawning more. There we go. Keep spinning, Rose.
Allow me.
Just keep spinning. There we go. Pow. And this one? Pow. Stab. Boss next? I like this. This is really cool. Nope, not a boss. Bounty Viper. A Rob Knight. Tenka Goken. They keep moving around because they're just trying to get to Graha here. Spin, 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 spin.
Allow me.
The door is your enemy now. We've had a few, yeah, there's a few enemies like that in this game. Where it's like a literal door or a literal wall.
I will not hold back.
Be gone! Oh, here's another one. Another rampart. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let's just focus on getting rid of this guy. I'll save the Iki Shoten for the boss. Get rid of this guy quick. There we go, there we go. That's a... He's got a hat! Claw Trap as Alzadal the 14.
Something special for you.
He's got a hat. Oh. There we go. Here's the bottom. What is that? Armored chariot. Okay. Articulated bits. Oh. Okay, I thought so. Oh, it reflects it. Okay. That's cool. I've never really seen that before. That's cool.
Hold together, we shall overcome this.
Fusion ray. Yep, thought so.
I will not hold back.
Okay, let me just do this.
Hold still.
These hits are good. This. This. Oh. Whew. Most unique boss I've ever seen. Oh, believe me, there's plenty of different bosses in this game that are fairly unique, just like this one. This game has its fair share of unique bosses. Uh-oh. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Alright. Gotta pay attention to the lasers. Oh, we have to run all that way. If there's one thing that I kind of don't like about using NPCs for these dungeons is that once your player character goes out, you have to start from you have to start over with the fight. Not fully start over in the dungeon, but just with the current boss you're on. Because that can be just a pain. Now I have to run all the way back. I wish these shortcuts would just take you to the front of the boss arena. Proud Boy's Ocean Best model. Let's try this again. Successfully landing Gecko Grants. Alrighty. Take two. I messed up. Alright, do this. This game has the best music. Is this, this, and then we'll use Ogi Nyamikiri. There we go.
Hold still.
I gotta really watch these lasers here. There we go. Alrighty.
Allow me.
Up here.
Something special.
Oh no! I'm dead. I'm too fixated on the targeted AoE thing. That comes way later. I'm way too fixated on that. I gotta prioritize checking the laser positions. Take 3. See, if this was with a party of online players, I would have been revived. Alrighty. Alright. Shift. Gotta shift my focus away from the target AoE. Haven't reached your daily 10,000 steps. Yeah, Rose is getting her exercise in right now. Go, Graha.
Make ready.
Okay. Whoops. Switch. Boom. Boom. This one's party wide. Yeah.
I will not hold back.
Alright, lasers. Alright. This is where I always mess up here. Okay, here we go. This first part. Okay. Ignore this. Focus on those. Okay. It's probably gonna do that again, but this time with more lasers. There we go. No? No more, no, okay. Jesus. Alright, so that was, okay. Not too bad. Oh. Same thing then. Ooh, you sure that was so close for her. Alrighty. Finally. Alright, now there's one more boss to deal with. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up wiping on that one too. Alzadal's Guardian, Mystic Weapons.
Be gone!
Be gone! Ooh.
I will not hold back.
Alrighty. Got all this treasure. Go on, Graha. Gotta go now. Have a beautiful day, everyone. Alright, thanks for coming by, Z. Enjoy the stream. Thank you for coming by. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Have a good rest of your day. Spin, spin, spin. Oh, okay, I don't need to do that anymore.
Hold still.
Hey. Acrolith? That thing looks kind of crazy. Oh, what the? Goddamn mimics. PTSD to my Dark Souls days. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, am I clicking on the wrong button? Oh, wrong skill, I mean. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to use third eye.
I will not hold back.
There we go. Sweet. One more set of enemies and that's the boss. There's 4 of them here. Okay. Rinse and repeat.
Hold still. Allow me. Together we shall overcome this.
I'll use this. Oh.
Hold still.
I gotta utilize these skills more often. Sometimes I don't even touch certain skills here. Oh? Looming Warden. Capiculu. That looks pretty cool. Bam, bam, bam. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Dum, dum, dum. Capiculu. Alright, go. Okay, something tells me there's gonna be a push ability then. If those are around. Oh. Are you kidding? Okay. That's so goofy.
Allow me.
Here, let me refresh he got done there. Oh, never mind. I'm just stupid. What is this? Just follow them. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's what it is. Alright. That's easy to understand.
I will not hold back.
Gosh. What? Oh god, we have to keep spinning. This is so hard to control. Hang on. Oh no. Made it. That's so goofy. Okay.
Allow me.
Do this. Do that. Do this. Boom. Boom. Okay. Yellow is the bad. Gotcha. Urianger, really? Alrighty. Oh, spinnies again? Dun, dun, dun. Oh? Is this AoE? Oh, it's not. Oh, it's just this again. Oh shit, I forgot. Alright. Do this. Never mind. There we go. GG's. Oh, there's a city. I like how it's just him running up. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, nice, 2 lines. Oh, I can't get a 4th line though, can't? No, I can't. That's fine. Alrighty. That was fun. That was cool. That second boss was the one I had the trouble with though. This one was just goofy with the spinning. Wow.
What have we here?
'Tis not unlike a Hunnish alchemical furnace in design.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Varshan!
Vritra! Oh, my apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
You may address me as you wish. My nature is no longer a secret.
True.
Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our union. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of sealing something away.
Oh. Well, you know, you told her. Sealing what? Sealing away what exactly? A great evil.
Perhaps I should simply show you.
I'm sorry? It's something sealed away, and yet you're gonna just straight up... You're sealing it away, and you want to show it? What's with the smile? Ishtala.
I have lifted the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
Planar fissure.
No, my friend. Small though it may be,
To the
this is a
void.
functioning gate into the void.
Interesting. Maintenance will be performed soon. I got time. It's like 2 hours until maintenance. Void gates and fissures are much the same thing in practice, in the sense that both allow passage between the source and the 13th. The difference in terminology refers to the circumstances of their creation. A fissure is an incidental tear of the fabric between worlds, whereas a void gate is a product of deliberate action. I suspect this to be the latter, judging by the elaborate mechanism put in place to control it. To think that such our search for material riches would lead to this priceless discovery. That swirling emptiness, It puts me in mind of old friends, not to mention old foes. Ishtola. She had that little smile on her face. Of course she is. What is she planning here? What is she thinking?
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory. An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Mericidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors.
Mericidia. Emmett mentioned that name before he left. Current state of affairs in Mericidia.
With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
Is that Sophia? On the right there? The one in the middle looks like Sephiroth.
In response, Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the Void. Thus bolstered by icons on one side and Void Scent on the other, the two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
Rivals versus the Void Tent.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
Indeed, I did.
Oh.
I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land. Along with my sibling, Ashdaya.
Ashdaya.
We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
That does not surprise me. To Alagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and did not return. For my part, I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya. Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the art to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzathan was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure.
Interesting.
It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly they worked to expand the fissure, and after decades of toil, it finally grew to a size that a child might pass through.
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used the simulacrum to cross the threshold. But no, I did not find her.
Dang.
What I found was a host of void scent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
The gate was a threat to your people. You had to decide between endangering Radzathan and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
Tough.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
I remember when Nero turned purple. That's a funny thing to remember. It's a serious situation. Let's say something serious.
As did I. Were it not for Une and Doga, or Nero for that matter, we might never have made it home. Do you remember what happened to Nero? How his wounds allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether? Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
Then there is little hope for Ashdaya.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome. Of course. With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Does that mean? A journey into the void?
It is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late.
5,000 years.
And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection. So when I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
I could just tell what Ishtal was thinking. Let's go. Let's go into the void. So they managed not to not only to expand the fissure, but also manipulate it as one might a gate. Astonishing. Is there any chance I could learn more of how this feat was accomplished? I will tell you what I can. However, I must return to the High Crucible and arrange to replace the guardians you so handily destroyed. It will not do to leave the gate undefended. My apologies. We were perhaps a touch zealous in our rush to uncover the vault's secrets. If the constructs can be repaired, we would be happy to offer our assistance. That will not be necessary. Much as I retain spare vessels for myself, we keep duplicate guardians on hand for such eventualities, and in case we should return to Razatan. Let's just teleport. So I guess that's what's the story. That's this post story gonna be on then. Oh, it's raining? Oh, whoa! I didn't realize this was open at the from the top. Alrighty. What's this outfit? Oh. Our usual outfits. Nice. Whoops. Alrighty. I promise we will discuss the Void Gate further, but first I must attend to the matter of the Vault's sentinels. As your instruments have no doubt informed you, the Capiculu has been reduced to so much scrap. Please bring a new one out of storage and see that it is conveyed to its post along with some few lesser constructs. Was it tomb rovers? Fiends born of the Tower of Zot? By the sisters, do not tell me a blasphemy yet roams free. Awkward. Why such guilty faces? Surely it wasn't you who are responsible for this. Oh. Well, the details aren't important. I shall see it done immediately. And with that, the vault will soon be secure once more. Now I believe you had questions? Quite a few, in fact. But I'd like to begin with the gate itself. Is it still functional, yes? It is still functional, yes? Indeed. Which is why I sealed it with an alchemically forged lock and warded it with my magics. Such power must not fall into the wrong hands. In truth, the primary reason for the vault's construction was to keep the gate hidden from the outside world. So much effort for such a little door. That little door you speak of leads to an abyss teeming with unspeakable horrors. That said, in its current state, it would admit only the lowliest of voidsent. And from this side, no man will be able to pass through. No man. I think Alfino would fit, given a firm enough push. Physical science is only one consideration. The true restriction hinges upon the etheric density of the soul in transit. And yet you succeeded in expanding this diminutive portal and sending your simulacrum to the 13th. Thanks to my brilliant alchemists. I should have destroyed the anomaly when I found it, but instead I bade them devise a means to control it. After much experimentation, they accomplished the impossible. A method was conceived by which my magics could manipulate the fissure and transform it into a serviceable gate. But the process has long since been forgotten. Once I had given up searching for Ajdaya, there was no need to preserve such esoteric and dangerous knowledge. Thus has the gate lain dormant for years uncounted. Our own passage to the 13th was made relatively simple thanks to the Crystal Tower. An ancient mechanism channeled the tower's vast stores of energy to open a void gate, one bound to a covenant made with the Cloud of Darkness. Once the sovereign entity was beaten back, however, the covenant was broken, and the doorway severed from its connection to the void. Theoretically, it should be possible to reconnect the gate by forging a new pact with another void sent, but such deals usually end in betrayal and death. In any case, we should attempt to gain an understanding of the Bounty Gate. Mayhap you could resume the search for your sister. As I have already explained, I put those futile hopes to rest centuries ago. My place and my duty is here now. Ah, I had meant to ask, what prompted you to search for the vault in the first place? It was all Estinian's idea, to see if the legends were true. Let's not pin it on Estinian. Let's not be that mean. As you have seen, the fabulous wealth from the stories is quite real, if not its rumored origin. But I'm afraid I must assert a prior claim. I've been adding to that trove for years, little by little, but the time has come to spend it, that I might alleviate my people's suffering. Then we are of one mind. We had no intention of taking it for ourselves. Isn't that right, my friend? Nod. What's on your mind, girl? Your Excellency, would you object if I were to conduct a closer examination of the gate? I will make no attempt to open it, of course. I owe you and yours a debt that can never be repaid. Whatever boon you ask of me, you shall have it. You are most gracious. I shall take full advantage of your permission. With that, I could join thee in thy study, but the lawpers will be anxious to receive my report. I beg my leave of you. And I must be off to Shalian as well. Mistress Krau was eager to speak with you about that request, so please come back to the annex as soon as you are able. Farewell for now. We can discuss my findings once I return. Well, you'll not be rid of me so easily. So where do we go from here then? I guess we go back to Shalian. Maybe that's the next part. You may undertake the Chronicles of a New Era quest series, Myths of the Realm. Oh, that must be what's over at Shalian then. The difficult part in all of this will be deciding how best to put these riches to use. Will you lend me your assistance in these deliberations? Anything to make up for the constructs we broke. Then think of your employment as recompense. Serve me as guest advisors, and I will consider the broken constructs paid for in full. Rose and I are in this together. I will follow her example. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Back into the void. I would guess this is the void. Nice throne. Who sits upon this throne, I wonder? Oh. Oh? Oh, wait. Why does that look familiar? That armor looks so familiar. I might be thinking of something else, but... I sensed the breaching of a gate, but it was not instigated from the side, was thrown open from the other. The throne of Earth. I too felt it. A rare occurrence, yes, but such a tiny portal is beneath our notice. There are more pressing matters at hand. An opportunity is upon us, the coming of which we have awaited for nigh on 10,000 years. We dare not let it slip our grasp. Yet we must not underestimate she who bested the cloud of darkness. Even restrained by a covenant, the cloud was no feeble wisp to be dispersed by some flesh and blood mortal. Bah, let her come. I will drown the world and watch this fleshling gasp of her for her breath in her final moments. Your zeal is admirable, but forget not our cause. Think back on our struggles beneath this sunless sky. Remember why we cede not our will to fight. Oh, whoa. 'Tis time we set the war in motion and win redemption for our star. Why does that... It's probably just the armor that makes me think of a character I've seen before. It's probably not the same character. I can't think of the name though, but it looks familiar. Again, it's probably some other original character or something. I might easily be wrong. Varshan wishes to discuss the distribution of the treasure. Shall we begin? If we are to spend the treasure wisely, then we must first determine which groups would benefit most from monetary assistance. Some of my citizens might find it intimidating to speak with the satrap directly, so I would ask that you act in my stead. Rose, you are to visit Akyale and Yedlimad. Speak with Matsya and his people and listen to their grievances. Estinian, I bid you do the same at Palika Stand. I will be conducting my own inquiries at the Giant's Gull grounds. Once you believe you have ascertained the needs of the populace, we can reconvene at Megaduta. Interesting. I wonder how this leads to the next expansion, how this leads into Dawn Trail. Hey, Matsya. Oh, Rose. I was so glad to see you had returned unharmed. You finished with the boat then? Anything the village desperately needs? Well, I suppose Kalzal's loss hit us the hardest. I've been trying to find buyers for my fish, but although I sell a few here and there, it's so much more difficult than it was before. Everyone's still struggling to rebuild their lives. For now, we're just banding together as best as we can. Spin. Hippo's born to run. Yeah, all these quests with the plus symbols, I'll probably I'll do off stream, unless it unlocks honestly mainly just raids. And I'll save it. Greetings and welcome, traveler. If this is your first visit to Thavnir, then you must try my special Amra Lassi. It's refreshing. Zest cannot be beat. What could such a wonder cost, you wonder? Normally, I part with 3 bottles for the generous price of 19,800 gil. But for you, I'm willing to go as low as even 10,000. You'd be practically stealing from me. I'm not a stan. Still not turning a profit these days? Times are harsh, my friend. The world may no longer be on fire, but we are still sifting through the ashes, so to speak. Sister, spare me. Sister, spare me. We might as well have that ugly tower back for the scant few travelers we see these days. I myself barely have the coin to buy at local prices. I tell you, if I didn't charge the odd adventurer a small fortune for afternoon tea, I'd be scavenging for scraps in the street. Rough. Not enough travelers coming in and out. Guild staff. How fares the port? Well, it's in shambles, isn't it? The trade routes are open once more now that the danger has passed, certainly, but no small number of merchants have had to sell their ships to make ends meet in the short term. Add to that the sailors we lost in the final days, and it's little wonder the flow of exports is no more than a pitiful trickle. If Calzal and his consortium were still with us, I'm sure he'd have found a way to turn our fortunes around. Now that was a man who got things done, God's rest his soul. Alrighty. Megaduta. Megaduta. Dharma. Alrighty. Ah, my advisor's return. I've just made it back myself. Why do you retain this vessel now that your true form is known? You could have flown across the island in a fraction of that time. Be that as it may, the sight of a massive creature descending from the sky can be startling to say the least. And there are few places I can enter comfortably without risk of flattening some cart or stall. Fair enough. As for my inquiries, the people of Pelikas Stand were unanimous in their reply. They are surviving. Resources were stretched to the limit when refugees were pouring in, but they persevered with some assistance from Yedlamad. From what I understand, they have always been an independent community, hunters and foragers and the like, and I was assured that the jungle provides for their needs, for the most part. Pelikas Stand has weathered the disaster better than most, it seems. I myself heard good news and bad. The quarrymen were cautiously optimistic, having just sold a full wagon of giant skull to a foreign trader, but such visitors are few and far between. Compared to our best years, the weight of stone leaving Thavner has been light indeed. Our nation is small and isolated, its prosperity dependent on a steady stream of exports. We must identify any obstacles to the flow of trade so we may begin working to remove them. Jeez, I don't know why I'm struggling so much right now. Tell me, what did you learn in Akyali and Yedlamad? Not enough business. I see. Without a dedicated buyer, the average fisherman must struggle to offload his daily catch. Which is why I believe we should first address the lack of ships and shortage of able-bodied sailors in Yedlamad. I am reminded of a child I spied as I made my way back to the palace. His father lost at sea when the beasts sunk their vessel. So many variations of the same tragic tale repeated over and over. So many lives lost. Tragic. Enough grief to drown in if we let ourselves be overcome, but we will not. Rose, Isinian, I will consider the perspectives you've brought me and devise a plan to help my people confront this adversity. Come, I would like you to be in attendance when I announce a proposal to my assembled functionaries. I don't know why I'm struggling so much with the reading. I've been fumbling up a lot more than usual. Ooh.
I thank you for your attendance. The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need. And lo, that day hath come. Made aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of my office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Karazal's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. The simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society. Nay, a proper solution is needed, one which doth guarantee their welfare for years to come. Thou hast surely seen how other nations rise to meet this challenge, adventurer. What dost thou deem the wisest course?
You're really asking her, right? Levy them on trade profits in exchange for... That's terrible. That's terrible. It takes a village.
Of course. We must all look out for one another.
Why would you say taxes, man?
Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage.
That's good. I like that.
Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name.
Why not honor one of your most successful merchants? Something with Kaza. Honor him.
A fitting candidate. Kaza should be remembered, not as the blasphemy which terrorized Thavne, but as a hard-working and generous man.
good. I like that.
Do any among you object to this proposition? Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
Aye.
This bodes well for that boy. Mirad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
That's good.
Then let it be done. Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor.
That one dude that's fully armored looks so cool.
Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Not.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
A world of peace and prosperity. Until the next danger, of course. Ooh, let's take this. More food is nice. More food means more buffs. Even though I'm running out of space in inventory. Oh no. The veteran Radiant wishes to share his gratitude. Thank you for putting forth Kalzal's name. Those whose lives he enriched will take comfort in seeing his legacy honored. You will forgive me for not speaking sooner, but I bear a message from Archon Ishtola. She asks that you meet her at the High Crucible at your earliest convenience. Understood. Thank you. Ishtola must have finished her study of the Void Gate. Shall we hear what she has to say then? I will go with you. I thought the satrap would be too busy setting up the foundation. My clerks have been the well-oiled cogs of this administration since before Ahewan assumed the office. They understand what needs to be done. And I am curious to learn what conclusions your Archon has reached concerning the gate's unique construction. As you wish. Allow me to lead the way, Your Excellency. Let's be off then. Alright, let's check. High Crucible. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. Alchemy. Oh, jeez. Stairs. This music.
Right, here we all are.
You discovered something new.
I took a closer look at that device. I was able to determine how it keeps the Void Gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned aught of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first. You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world.
I remember that.
The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many voidsent found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
An excellent question. Though there are several methods by which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical. For example, let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Okay.
To call upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any one mortal practitioner.
Interesting.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain Exarch dragged us to the first.
Ah, that is true. Okay. If the physical body can't go through, then the soul will.
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Voidsent's physical form is left behind in the 13th.
That soul possesses the statue. In that exact form.
Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
Wait. You said that void scent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in like a fisherman with his catch.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift, with or without form, there must needs be a guiding agent on the other side.
Okay.
When the hordes poured forth from Alag's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge, planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its reflections.
It's probably just because it's the closest to 13. This is Final Fantasy 14. No, I'm just kidding.
And how do you intend to get your answers?
No, the danger is too great.
Perhaps. But what some call danger, others think of
Oh,
as adventure.
Look at that smirk.
Are you not listening to my tale? Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors the very instant you step through.
And they'd all be cut down in an instant by Rose here. You underestimate her.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death. But if I were to bring along one who has already braved the 13th and humbled the cloud of darkness, well, I imagine my chances would be much improved.
Oh yeah. So much for taking it easy. Counter and
I had a feeling you might say that. Once again, I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
As I've said before, I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I did not fully comprehend the theory, but their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent?
Yes. Being great admirers of the Archons, House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's official committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
The restricted section of Numenon?
Yes, it may very well hold a copy.
So, off to Charlian then.
In which case, I say we head directly to Charlotte.
What's restricted area? How the hell are you guys gonna get in? Without getting into trouble. Where are you going?
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelves. Myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad and tell him about the Khalzal Foundation.
Good man. Good guy, Estinian.
Let us be on our way as well.
Alrighty.
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Torn between looking for his sister or protecting this, or continuing his duty as a satrap. Alright, we're gonna play through this quest, this main quest. Gonna finish it up, and then I'll call it a night. Since the maintenance is gonna happen in just about an hour, so. If we're to enter Numenon's restricted archives with a minimum of fuss, we must secure the permission of the forum. First, however, we shall need to enlist the cooperation of a member to broach the matter on our behalf. Who do you think might be inclined to assist us? There's a few options. I mean, there's two. There's Fortuno and the other dude. I forget his name. Monteshane, that's his name. What did she say earlier? No one springs to mind? What of Scholark Monteshane? He did come to Graha's defense during the inquiry, after all. 'Tis settled. Let us head to Phenomenon and see if he's willing to help us once more. Alright, let's go. This way. There's a lot of different quests here. All of which I will be doing at some point. Now, whether or not it's on stream or off stream, I've yet to decide on that. If it's something that's, if it's like alliance raids, then I would like to do that on stream. It did say that there was going to be a quest series at Shalian. I forgot what it was called though. I wandered Shalian as a minstrel. I think that's like a quest series as well. If I remember right, based on the previous expansions. I apprenticed to Master Matoya at the age of 7 and labored under her tutelage for a full decade. I never had the chance to attend the studio. Neither did Thancred, as I recall. Soon after Master Louisoix took him off the streets, he was put in the care of another Archon. His was a rigorous and practical education in the arts of espionage and survival. I sometimes wonder what my life might have been like had I pursued studies here instead. Tea at the last stand after a day of lectures. Oh, that does sound lovely. Afternoons with friends spent sipping tea and debating theories. Still, I wouldn't give up my time with Master Matoya for the world. The dank cave I studied in was about as far from the bright, airy halls of academia as one could get, but it was a wondrous, magical childhood nonetheless. Magical indeed. After all, there are moving brooms. Alrighty. Ah, visitors, and quite esteemed ones at that. What may I do for you? Pray forgive the intrusion, Scholar, but we were hoping you might help us secure permission to enter Numenon's restricted archives. Oh ho! No furtive forays into the stacks this time, eh? I applaud this newfound sense of propriety. Yet in all this wide world of comparative serenity, what so compels you to disturb a vault of forbidden wisdom? Some words. Fascinating. I had no idea such a technique existed. I would have been surprised if you had. If my assumption is correct, the research left behind by House Damir has lain dormant in Charlayan's archives for many centuries. And if you unearth this research, what then? Surely you don't intend to cross over into the void. That is in fact precisely what we intend. To what end, pray tell? To develop a method of traversing the rift, for one, that I might keep my word to a distant friend. Sentiment aside, I have journeyed to the end of existence. I have heard, felt, and thought endlessly about the truth of our world and the echo of its future, and yet I want to understand everything, to unravel it all down to its very last secret. What scholar worthy of the name wouldn't force open a void gate or two if a grand revelation was the promised reward? Haha, marvelous. An audacious proposal worthy of Master Matoya herself. And after hearing the whys and the wherefores, I for one do not believe you would use the knowledge for ill. I see no reason not to prevent your request for the forum's consideration. Although, your petition would be better received if you also had the support of another well-placed acquaintance. Why, Master Fortuno, of course. He can hardly ignore an earnest request from his dear children's most treasured comrades. I was hesitant to approach him directly, but there is no denying that having Master Fortuno on our side would tip the balance in our favor. Very well, we will pay a visit to the Leveilleur estate and plead our case. One last thing before you go. I would consider it a personal favor if you might share with me the discoveries you make in the void. My appetite for knowledge is every bit as insatiable as yours, I'd wager, so if you could see your way to indulging an old man's curiosity. Of course, Skolak. We will be sure to pass on any revelations. Cool. Beam, 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 beam. Ugh. Ooh, hit the 3-hour mark now. Leveilleur estate. Alrighty. Let's get her going. Ah, Mistress Rose, Mistress Ichtola, how may I be of service? We have come to speak with Master Fortuno. Is he home by any chance? Yes, the master is in residence. I shall inform him that he has guests. Well. Emilians would invite you inside for tea, but I assume this is not a social visit. You have some matter of import to discuss. Then pray proceed. You have my full attention. We'd like access to Numenon's restricted archives. We went to Montrachet about it, but he suggested that we have a second opinion in the matter. Second voice in the matter. Well, I suppose I should praise you for following the proper protocols this time around. Scarlet Montaigne expressed much the same sentiment. I assure you, will not attempt to circumvent the forum's authority again, unless it is absolutely necessary, of course. Of course. You do understand that the restricted archives are restricted for good reason, yes? If no pressing need exists, then why risk the consequences of employing this forbidden knowledge? For a brother who misses his sister, she was his guardian and his friend, a selfless hero who crossed the rift between worlds to save her homeland from horror and suffering. But the brother has given up on thoughts of reunion. He spends his efforts elsewhere, watching over our people yet healing from the flames of the final days, loyal to his duty while betraying the longing in his heart. 'Tis no vital mission, perhaps, reuniting these siblings, but it feels a worthy cause to pursue, all the same. As one who feared losing his own loved ones and spent years in research to prevent it, surely you appreciate how painful such a separation must be. Reflections are still very much a mystery to us. Offering to share your experiences in the first should constitute a fair exchange for our cooperation. Yeah. Do not celebrate just yet. The forum must still be convinced. I will add your request to the list of today's deliberations and deliver the decision to you at the Baldessian Annex. Alrighty. We have to go all the way there, don't we? Or no. We can take the shard, can't we? Yeah, she comes with us. Perfect. Oh, that's the series that we're talking about. Series of quests. Fresh-faced student. I'll have to look up what these certain quests unlock for me. If obviously one of these is most likely the Alliance raid stuff. So when that happens, I definitely will stream that. We have to go from here. Were we not supposed to be waiting over there? Okay. What did I do wrong? Oh. It's a lot of reading. At least there was some bit of action we had in a dungeon. Just the one dungeon, though. So, what did the forum decide? To put it bluntly, Master Matoya has burned some bridges here in Shalian and salted the earth for good measure. When it became clear that her student was the petitioner in question, well, no few members voiced their discontent. Then the chamber was reminded, in no uncertain terms, I might add, of the incredible debt we owe to you and your companions. That served to silence the grumbles and stiffen a few spines, and it was agreed that allowing you entry to the archives was the least we could do in return. Nice. That is wonderful news. Thank you both for speaking on our behalf. Yes, well, as I am sure you are aware, this permission was not extended lightly. Forbidden knowledge is to be treated with the utmost caution, and there will be repercussions if it is not. I wish you well in your endeavor, and bid you good day. Ever the same, that one. Uncompromising. Aye, but that very stoicism is exactly what Shalian needed to guide it through not one, but two exoduses. There it is. That went rather well, I think. As a child, I dreamed up any number of schemes for getting my hands on those forbidden tomes, and now I can simply walk it through the door. Our focus will be on finding House Daymir's research notes, of course, but the thought of so much knowledge at my disposal has me feeling a little giddy. Remember, we're only there for one certain bit of info. Alright, don't get too overboard with it, girl. So let me switch things up here. Okay, nothing here. Oh, is it because this gear? That's so annoying. Hang on. 139. This is 142 for ninja. It's just so much stuff in inventory, man. Goodness. There's so much garbage in here. Put this in there. Put that here. Auto equip. And then apply this. I'm gonna have to do some rearranging here real quick. Hang on. 36. Didn't I have something else here too? Healer. This was a necklace. Christ almighty. Turn that. This here. Auto equip. There's just so much. Forgive me. I think that should be everything though. For now. Alrighty. Let's have Rose change back into her casual attire. Yeah? Just gonna do a few more things and then I'll end stream. Suzerain? I recognize that name. That's from Arknights. Sorry, that I don't know why that took that shouldn't have taken so long. So much garbage. I really should work on the other. Like, there's like 3 more classes that are super low level. Make that 4. Paladin, Warrior, Conjurer, and Black Mage. I mean, Dancer is kind of whatever. Oh, and then make that 5. Monk. There really needs to be a time where I work on those. I suppose I can put stuff into this here. You know what? This is a that's a future me to deal with. Maintenance is whoa. Maintenance is wait. That's different. I've never seen that animation before. I've never seen that animation before. It's not like purple. It's not usually purple. Let's just head back here. See how this island is going. Alrighty. We'll end it off here then. So, that being said, I hope you enjoy the stream. Oh, or let me start over. Sorry. I'm a bit lost on my own outro here. that being said, that'll be it for me for tonight. So thank you for watching. Thank you for chilling with me. Thank you for chatting with me. Really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. Take care, stay safe, drink plenty of water, and I hope to see you again next time. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna play Stardew Valley. So I hope to see you there. Again, thank you for watching, and again, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.